Good morning, everyone. Excited to be here. My name is Isaac Dietrich. I'm the chairman and CEO of Massroots. We are one of the largest technology platforms for the cannabis industry. We have over 1 million users on our platform and several thousand businesses in the regulated cannabis industry. People use our platform to rate and review products based on effect. So this particular strain works good for headaches. This particular cream works good for back pain. And then we present this information in easy-to-use, actionable formats for everyday Americans to make their cannabis purchasing decisions. So much like Yelp for restaurant reviews or Rotten Tomatoes for movie reviews, we believe that the top 20% of consumers will provide the information, provide the data that influences the purchasing decisions of the remaining 80% of the population. Back in December, we formed a subsidiary, Massroots Blockchain Technologies, Inc., which is exploring the various ways that blockchain can help the cannabis industry operate more efficiently and with a greater degree of transparency. So for those of you who are not familiar with the regulations in the cannabis industry, many state governments regulate that cannabis producers, dispensaries, track cannabis plants from seed to sale. So from the moment that a seed is planted in the ground to when it's harvested, turned into edibles, sold as flour, turned into shatter, all of that information has to be collected and reconciled with state regulators on a daily basis. So by putting this information on the blockchain, we feel that that whole process can operate far more efficiently, and it can be far more accurate for government regulators who are looking to track the supply chain. IBM is exploring something similar up in the Canadian market. However, their solution is strictly prohibited from entering the US cannabis market, where we are primarily focused. Another aspect that we're exploring is identity management. So we are, much like other technology companies, tracking all the various activities that are going on our platform. Which particular strains people are searching for, which products are gaining traction in particular markets. So again, by collecting this information, utilizing the blockchain, we feel that that entire process can operate far more efficiently and with better results. So as I mentioned, the Massroots platform has over 1 million registered users. It's available in the App Store and Google Play. We have data on nearly every strain and every product in the cannabis space. We believe we have one of the largest data sets available in the cannabis industry. And all of this data and information gives us insights into the industry that very few other people have. And we believe that that will be extremely valuable for businesses in the space. We make money by charging dispensaries to list and gain exposure to our platform. So currently there's about 1,700 dispensaries in the United States. That's expected to grow to around 2,500 over the next 18 months as new states come online. Florida on the medical side, New Jersey on the medical side, Massachusetts on the recreational side. We charge these dispensaries to gain exposure to our community. So our monthly contracts are on the low end $199, all the way up to close to $1,000 per month, 12-month minimum contract, and we're able to charge most of these to credit and debit cards, as a number of dispensaries are now gaining access to bank accounts. Over the next several months, we'll be introducing new features to these dispensaries, which we expect to be able to charge more for. For instance, we're working on a dashboard, so dispensaries are able to see which products are trending in their local areas, which particular strains are most popular with our user base. So we expect these new features to be able to increase the margins that we're charging to dispensaries, while at the same time the total market, the total addressable market is growing. So our revenue growth is going to come from both an increase in the number of customers and we believe an increase in the amount that those dispensaries are paying us. As a technology platform, Massroots is available in every state and every market with a medical or recreational cannabis law. So it's not like we're tied to a particular state or to a particular location. And when a new market comes online, it's not like we have to hire additional staff or apply for licenses. We can simply flip a switch on our back end and start registering users and generating revenue in these new states. Another aspect of the cannabis industry is it's still illegal under federal law. which limits the amount of basic financial services that are available to these dispensaries. So we did a small pre-sale for a token we're calling Toke, and we're treating it as a security. We were able to raise about $1 million solely from our friends and family. And that token, we're exploring the ways that it can be utilized to incentivize the growth of Massroots' user base, incentivize quality reviews of strains and products. It wouldn't be used to purchase cannabis itself, as that's still subject to a number of regulations and ongoing evolution. But we believe that it could have a very powerful impact for the cannabis industry as a whole. So we will have more on that in the coming weeks. That's me when I had hair back in the day. But I am the chairman, CEO, founder of the company. Jesus Quintero, our CFO, was formerly at PricewaterhouseCoopers and Deloitte. Steve Markowitz, who's one of our largest shareholders and investors, founded MyPoints.com back in the 1990s, was able to scale it to a $2.3 billion market capitalization. And what's interesting about MyPoints.com is it was the first NASDAQ-listed company with a cryptocurrency central to its business model. So the precedents that they set actually form the basis for a lot of what's going on in the crypto space today. MyPoints.com was acquired by a company which was then acquired by United and currently powers Mileage Plus. We're partners with some of the leading brands in the cannabis industry. We're a partial owner of High Times, which is one of the most well-known brands in the cannabis space. Aphria, which is the second largest licensed producer in Canada, is one of our largest investors. They currently have a market capitalization in excess of $2 billion, several $100 million cash on hand. And Canada is in the process of going fully legally recreationally at the federal level. That's expected to take effect July 1st. So there's a lot of exciting developments in the Canadian market. We're pushing the users and businesses that join our platform in Canada over to Aphria. And Cresco Labs is also a shareholder in Massroots. They are the largest license holder of dispensaries in Illinois and Pennsylvania. Back in November 2014, Massroots broke into the top 100 fastest growing social platforms in the App Store, and we were permanently banned by Apple for being cannabis related. And that could have been the death of our company. We had less than 6 weeks of cash left on hand. No investor really wants to invest in an app that's not available in the App Store. So we went out to our community and let them know what was happening. We had over 180,000 users at the time, and within 48 hours, over 10,000 of our users had sent personal emails to Apple on why they love and use our platform. The National Cannabis Industry Association and some of the leading businesses in the space authored a letter to Tim Cook arguing that Apple's policies were stifling innovation in the cannabis industry and holding back social progress. And within a few weeks of that letter being sent, we were let back into the App Store with no changes, which is one of the first times that's happened. But we're incredibly grateful that Apple listened to our community, and it kind of goes to show how much people love our platform and how strong the cannabis industry has become. So in summary, Massroots has one of the largest user bases of cannabis consumers in the United States, one of the largest market shares of businesses in the cannabis industry. So we believe that we have the network, expertise, and reach to really build incredibly powerful blockchain-powered features and technologies for the cannabis industry. We only recently entered the space, but we'll be launching our first blockchain-powered features in our business portal here within the next week or so, along with a revamp of our mobile applications. So there's a lot of exciting things happening at Massroots. There we go. Massroots is also a publicly traded company. We're one of the first cannabis-related companies to go public through an S-1 registration statement, as opposed to a reverse merger. We currently have a market capitalization of around $50 million, no debt. We've raised approximately $28 million in private and public offerings on the public markets, primarily equity. And and we feel that we're in a very strong position to really leverage our incredible shareholder base. We have over 35,000 shareholders currently, and as we start to enter more and more into the blockchain and cryptocurrency spaces, we believe that we're going to be in a very powerful position to really be a leader in the space in the cannabis industry. So look forward to answering any questions afterwards, and thank you all very much for your time. So we in no way provide, so the question was, what about FDA and providing medical advice for people? We in no way provide medical advice for our users or people of our platform. All we provide is crowdsourced community reviews, anecdotal evidence of what has worked for other people. We're not endorsing them. We're not claiming that it's medical research or that doctors are providing that advice. So our lawyers feel very comfortable that we are completely in compliance with those regulations.
Yeah, I'm curious. This is your public traded company and your token. What do your token represent?
So the question is, we're already a publicly traded company. Why are we exploring the token and cryptocurrency space? And we are a publicly traded company. Our ticker is MSRT. And we feel that blockchain has the potential to provide significant improvements to the cannabis industry, and that would have very beneficial and accretive results for our shareholders. And in terms of a token, we believe that it can be utilized in a completely compliant way with U.S. securities law to incentivize our user growth and incentivize reviews of strains and products. Perhaps dispensaries could use it as a rewards currency at their dispensaries. And again, that would cause our user growth to increase significantly, which would have extremely accretive results for our shareholders. No, we are not a utility token. It will have utility aspects to it, but we are treating it completely as a security. The pre-sale that we did was a Form D, exempt offering from U.S. securities laws. We have in no way done a public sale, and we're not doing a public sale. We're focused on how that can really incentivize user growth within the Masterroots platform.
Any more questions? You're going to be part of the panel later on, so if they have anybody else in there and
Yep. And I'll be around all day.
Around to ask some questions.
Thank you all.